watching ABC News Channel 20, Sunrise This Morning. With Natalie Sporacio, Andrew Hansen, and meteorologist Joe Crane. This is ABC News Channel 20, Sunrise This Morning.
Welcome back to Sunrise This Morning. It's now 6:31.
If you're just waking up with us, here's what you need to know right now.
We've learned of new developments in the Springfield police document shredding case. After nearly a year of investigating, the Illinois State Police investigation has been turned over to the State Attorney Appellate Prosecutor's Office. Now that agency will review all the findings and determine if laws were broken.
The state has discovered $1.2 billion it wasn't expecting to have in its coffers. The money is coming from tax revenues. Now legislation has been filed to use part of that money to pay off IOUs to thousands of state workers. $112 million is owed to these workers because their contracted raises were not appropriated in the 2012 and 2013 state budgets. And
District 186 administrators are looking into their policy on lockdowns and lockdown drills. Specifically, when should students and parents be notified about them? This all stems from a slew of outrage following a drill this week at Springfield High. The district purposefully withheld the drill warning from parents and students in the hopes of getting a more realistic scenario.
All right, I've got a little salt and I've got a little pepper. If I have to season things to spice up our fact of the day, I'm prepared to do so, Andrew.
Thank you very much, Joe. Now, when you're cooking, you guys ever use the word like smidgen and pinch and things like that?
Absolutely.
Just a scooch.
Just
maybe
a scooch?
Just a scooch.
I don't
Ooh,
have
I've never used
scooch,
that one before.
but today's fact of the day, a dash is 1/8 of a teaspoon, a pinch is 1/16 of a teaspoon, and a smidgen is 1/32 of a teaspoon.
I use all those words interchangeably. I guess that's not right.
So, yeah, so you just, that's the thing, a smidgen or a pinch to me always just, just kind of throw it in there.
You just throw a little in taste, and then if you throw a little bit more in,
another smidgen in there. I get a couple of smidgens.
Yeah, kind of like Mother Nature's doing with the weather here, throwing a little pinch of that, a little pinch of this, and that if she throws a little too much, obviously sets the stage for some wicked weather coming our way. Satellite and radar holding off until later tonight. Andrew?
Joe, thanks very much. Jane Arbuthnot and Nicole Henderson are here this morning. They're involved in the Komen Race for the Cure, taking place next Friday, May 16th in downtown Springfield. Ladies, good morning. Thanks for being here.
Good morning. Thank you.
All right, Jane, we'll start with you. I know you guys are still looking for sign-ups and a lot of participants. Tell us all about it.
Correct. Well, the event is on May 16th. You can go to the Komen site to sign up. Then you'll get your tag,
which you've already got.
Got my tag. You can do it either I race in memory of or a celebration. You'll get your T-shirt. If you're a survivor, you get the survivor T-shirt, and then you are ready for the race.
Excellent.
We want everybody to come out.
And a lot of cool things. Night race and
Correct.
some fireworks. Tell us about that.
Fireworks are going to be at the end of the race. It'll be over the Capitol. About 8:15. So once all of the racers are in, we'll have some booths, things that people can go through, and then the lawn on the Capitol will be all set, and we'll have some pink fireworks.
Excellent. It's the first nighttime race as well.
First nighttime race.
So that's going to be really cool. All right. So, and Nicole, now tell us about your story. Your mom. You'll be running for your mom?
I will. We are actually the co-chairs. My mom is going to be an 8-year breast cancer survivor in June. This really came, she's from Peoria, we're from Peoria, so that's how we kind of got introduced through this. My family still lives in Peoria, so we kind of were looking for a way to give back, and this is just a way that her and I can do that together. We've met so many wonderful people, you hear all these stories, and Jane is actually one of our honorary co-chairs, and she is a breast cancer survivor as well.
Yeah, Jane, tell us your story.
I'm a 13-year cancer survivor, and I've been very involved in the Susan Komen race along the way. From the very beginning, we've done the race in Kansas City, St. Louis, and so when Nicole and her mother called me and said, would you like to be the honorary co-chair? I said, absolutely.
And here you are, looking good. All right, here is the information. If you'd like to go check it out, the Komen Race for the Cure, taking place Friday, May 16th. Meeting at the state capitol, 5 p.m. The activities begin 8:15. The pink fireworks. It's the first downtown race, or first nighttime race, I should say. For more information, go to our website, wics.com. Ladies, thanks for coming in this morning. And Jane, congratulations on beating breast cancer.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Still to come on Sunrise this morning, a former local college QB ready for the bright lights of the NFL draft. That is Jimmy Garoppolo, while he's ready to join a new team this week. But first, a live look in Springfield this morning. Check out that sunrise coming up over the eastern horizon. It's a beautiful start to the day, but later today things are going to be a little bit different. Joe tells you why next. Welcome back to Sunrise this morning. It's now 6:46. Let's get back to your local news now. New information this morning in the race for the governor's office.
The two candidates squared off in Springfield on Wednesday, both taking plenty of opportunities to take a jab at one another.
The focus of the event was the state budget. Governor Pat Quinn touted recent changes by his administration, especially public pension reform. He also took time to advocate for the extension of the income tax. The Chicago Democrat says allowing the temporary income tax to roll back from 5% to 3.75% will result in savage cuts, especially to education.
That is something that everyone should understand in dealing with this budget. If you don't have proper investment in education from the state of Illinois, local school districts will have no choice but to lay off teachers, increase class size, and raise local property taxes.
Quinn says his opponent, Bruce Rauner's budget plan could be summarized as a mum's the word. The Republican candidate told the businessmen and women he plans to roll the income tax all the way back to 3%. But when pressed by reporters on when he would release a specific budget proposal of his own, he didn't give any clear answer.
We'll definitely be coming out with a plan, and they're going to know where we stand. But you know, we became the nominee not too long ago, and we're working through a lot of homework and a lot of detail. But it won't be too long before we'll have our plan.
What is too long? Can you define soon? Too long?
It's soon is another word for it.
The governor's.
Rauner went on to tell business members he wanted to remove barriers and to create a more business-friendly environment for the state.
New on Sunrise this morning, we have new information about a proposal at the State House that would overhaul education funding. The State Board of Education released preliminary information regarding the impact Senator Annie Menard's legislation would have on school districts around our state. Menard's legislation calls for poor districts to get more funding from the state of Illinois and wealthier districts to get less. For example, under the proposal, District 186 would get an extra $2.6 million. That's 5% more than what the district gets right now.
I think, in my mind, the most striking thing in the printouts is that how far downstate districts lag behind in terms of funding. That has been, I guess, that has been happening over any number of years. I've seen it with my own eyes.
Suburban senators are coming around to the bill because even though their schools would lose funding, there will be a decrease in state mandates, giving school districts more freedom and control over school programs like driver's education. Also in the legislation, caps to the amount of money that would go to the poorest schools, so schools with average poverty would still get money.
This morning, a new proposal on how to get state workers the money they're owed.
The state of Illinois is about to come into a bit of that money. The state coffers are getting a boost of an extra tax revenue the state wasn't anticipating.
Now, some Republicans want to see the state use that money to pay some of the state's debts. State Senator Sam McCann proposes using the extra $1.2 billion to pay off the $112 million owed to state workers. Their IOU stems from raises not appropriated in the 2012 and 2013 budgets. There's also a court order demanding the state to pay these bills. McCann and others say it's time to pay up.
They've earned their pay, they've worked hard, they deserve it. We have many vendors and their employees who have done everything that they were ever supposed to do, and they have earned payment.
Supporters say money is also owed to elementary and secondary schools, universities, local governments, Medicaid providers, and various state vendors.
Here's a question for you this morning. Do you have a child with epilepsy? If so, would you give them a form of marijuana if it would ease their ailments? A bill at the State House looks to pave the way for that to happen. The bill passed the House committee. It's now headed to the floor for debate. Lawmakers heard from a family who testified the drug reduced their child's seizures by 80 to 100%.
There have been many studies and many anecdotal records of families leaving Illinois and other states and going to places like Colorado where they can get marijuana oils for their children.
The sponsor of the bill hopes to add an amendment that would extend this to children who suffer from other diseases that could also benefit from medicinal marijuana. Representative Lou Lang also says he plans to alter the legislation so that it prohibits children from smoking medical cannabis.
It is now 6:50. It's raining right now in New York City. You can see the picture right there. Very likely we could see some rain in central Illinois later today.
When we return, when the raindrops will start to fall here in central Illinois.
Our time coming up on 7 minutes before 7 o'clock. A live look across the capital city this morning. All good. Sunshine.
Joe, thank you. New this morning, at this hour, the Nigerian government is getting offers of assistance from countries around the globe.
Hundreds of schoolgirls are still missing in Nigeria, and world leaders are trying to get the girls back before they're sold, presumably into slavery and into forced marriages.
As Andrew Spencer reports, with each passing day, the international outcry gets louder and louder.
First Lady Michelle Obama holds a sign with the hashtag #BringBackOurGirls. It's an outcry echoed by many after gunmen from Boko Haram overpowered guards at an all-girls school in Nigeria, kidnapping hundreds of teenage girls. Among those speaking out is Malala Yousafzai, a Pakistani girl who became an international icon for girls' education rights when gunmen stormed her school bus and tried but failed to silence her.
Boko Haram they are extremists and they don't really understand Islam. How can they deny this fact that Islam gives a message to us that you should go and get knowledge and get education?
We must bring back our girls, her fund's website reads, and support Nigerians working every day to create change. The U.S. State Department says it is sending teams to Nigeria to help with the search.
Obviously, this is in the interests of the Nigerian government to accept every aspect of our assistance. They conveyed that they were willing to do that.
Amid demonstrations, there has been heavy criticism of Nigerian President Goodluck Jonathan for not seeking international assistance sooner. Former CIA Director Michael Hayden warns that assistance does have consequences.
Boko Haram is local, and now we are making a choice. I think it's right, but it carries consequences. We are putting an American face on opposition to Boko Haram. Again, I think it's the right thing to do, but I can see why we had been hesitant to do it up to now.
I'm Andrew Spencer reporting.
Well, coming up, Joe lets us know when we'll need an umbrella later today. Don't go away.
Joe, it's been so nice all week long, but the rain's moving in today, right?
Yeah, as we go through the day, I think we largely stay dry. We can't rule out an isolated shower thunderstorm coming our way because we've got these summer-like temperatures in place. Upper 60s to low 70s this morning. Right now, 73 in Springfield, 68 in Decatur. By noontime, temperatures approaching 80, mid-80s this afternoon. Then strong to severe thunderstorms possible tonight into tomorrow. A nice start to the weekend, but more rain chances by Mother's Day.
All right, don't forget your umbrella. Thanks for waking up with us. Good Morning America's up next.
Like more local news, join us on our sister station, Fox, Illinois, for Good Day, Illinois.
Until then, we're back at 11 for midday. From all of us here, we hope you have a great day.